Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Sonia, next agenda item, please.
Yes, sir. Mr. Coronado.
Here.
Mr. Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez, I believe, called in.
He called in, said running late.
Thank you. Mrs. Mendoza.
Here.
Mr. Bayan.
Here.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Present.
Mrs. Searles.
Here.
And Mrs. Trout.
Present.
Item 1E, CISD Vision and Mission Statements.
All right, and Ms. Searles and Ms. Prout, would you like to read those for us, please?
Okay. Vision statement. How the CISD is in your district. We lead today to positively impact tomorrow.
Our mission statement. NETOISD supports and embraces diversity in a multicultural society. Our school community thrives in a safe, engaging, inclusive learning environment. We provide equitable opportunities to ensure future-ready students are inspired to explore, learn, grow, and excel.
Thank you, Ms. Searles and Ms. Prout.
Item 2, Open Forum. Any person wishing to address the board during the period reserved for public comment at a board meeting must sign up to be heard in accordance with District Policy BED. Board President, we have one speaker.
Okay.
Mrs. Brianna Barnes.
Can I have some details for the board before we start?
Ms. Barnes?
Can I have some?
Sure.
Good evening, Board of Trustees. I start by saying that I would like everything on the official record and for no part of my speech tonight to be edited in any way. I, Brianna Barnes, come to you tonight as a parent and community member that is sickened by the lack of regard for our students' well-being and disregard for our parents' rights and opinions. John Joyner sat up here on record last month warning you all to investigate the book Genderqueer in one of our libraries because it's completely inappropriate. Did any of you go and research this book or make any calls about it? Apparently not, because it's still listed in our online library database, which shows that it is currently checked out to one of our CISD students. All of you, please take a look at the screenshots of the pornographic pictures and words depicted in this book on the page that I provided to you. Some of you didn't want to look at it, and I heard gasps when you opened it. Those are the reactions we should be hearing. But somehow, this is appropriate to be in the hands of our students. This is wrong. If I'm seen passionate or mad, good. It's because I am. I am mad that someone requested this book, and I'm even more mad that someone approved it. I'm stating on the record now that I should hear from someone within the district within 24 hours of what the approval process is and how this mistake, I'm hoping it was a mistake, was made, and what we're doing in the future to make sure that this never happens again. I also want to know how someone that approves this inappropriate material is being held accountable when it's reported, and it was reported last month. When the high school librarian found out that I wanted to reference this book because I was a concerned parent, I was told that if I wanted to see it, I was going to have to go and purchase it myself. And she said that she didn't see anything wrong with this book. That is infuriating and sickening. I want someone from the district to explain to me how, as a parent and community member in the district, I was denied the right to view instructional materials that are being put into the hands of our students. Again, I will give you 24 hours to provide me with that legal protocol. I have the packet filled out, which Ms. Rocha gave to us when we brought this up, and a petition. I went further. Within one day, I got a petition of signatures to get this book removed. I didn't have one person say, oh, I don't see anything wrong with this book. I wanted each and every one of you to know that I am dead serious in saying that if this book remains on the shelf of our schools, everyone involved will be reported to the appropriate authorities for child abuse under Texas state law. Please don't make me do that. That's all I have. Thank you so much. If you'd like to see the petition or our packet, it's here in the folder, which I will be handing over to Ms. Rocha. Can I hand that to you tonight? Sure. Thank you. Any parents who wants to see it, I have more pictures here.
And you have to go through the process.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Warren.
Item 3, Board Honors. 3A, recognition of the Gallup ISD Human Resources Department during Texas Education Human Resources Day for their important contributions. Ms. Rodriguez.
Good evening, Board President Coronado, members of the board, Dr. Galaviz. Can you please join us in the front of the dais to begin our monthly board recognitions? Texas Governor Greg Abbott proclaimed October 13th as Texas Education Human Resources Day, a day set aside to recognize and honor the important contributions made by school staff who work in human resources. Our Gallup ISD Human Resources staff work hard each day to make sure our schools are staffed with quality employees and that those employees have a positive work environment. Will all of our Human Resources Department please come forward as I call your name? Martha Carrasco. Jose Barraza. Carlos Pontiveros. Julie Uranga. Diana Ayub. Maribel Ambris. Patricia Romero.
Emails of brand new grandma.
Adrian Ceros. Mayra Sanchez. And William Gutierrez.
Oh, yes, I know.
Oh,
All the department stores.
There's like 2 rows, there's another row. Get the right circle.
One, two, three. Smile. One more.
I'm smiling, but you can see my smile. Smile with your eyes, Blanca.
There you go. Melissa, thank you. Thank you.
We got another? Okay. They don't have the proper camera. Hold up.
Can we do one more photo? I'm sorry, we're having camera issues.
Closer. Ready? One, two, three.
Thank you.
Everyone, thank you.
Billy.
Item number 4, special presentation. Ms. Rodriguez.
Tonight we welcome a special guest back home. Retired Rear Admiral Samuel Perez Jr., a Ganotio native. He attended the Lone Star School and graduated in 1980 from the United States Naval Academy. He has enjoyed a long, distinguished career in the U.S. Navy, where he served as commander of numerous tours at sea and commanded the Joint Task Force port opening, the effort to construct and open Port-au-Prince port following the 2010 Haiti earthquake. In addition to his tours as a commander, Rear Admiral Perez also served numerous staff hours in the Department of Defense, including staff assignments in the Office of the Secretary of Defense, the Joint Chief of Staff, and the Navy staff. Perez also served as Deputy Assistant Secretary for Plans, Policy and Operations in the Bureau of Military Affairs at the State Department. During his tenure as Deputy Assistant Secretary, he provided executive leadership and guidance for U.S. government global security assistance programs and policies, such as foreign military financing and the Global Peace Operations Initiative that led the Department of State's global demining and unexploded ordnance destruction efforts. Prior to retiring from military service in 2016, he served as the U.S. Navy's 65th President of Board of Inspection and Survey. He led a team of experts who assessed the material readiness of the fleet by performing comprehensive inspections on shipboard systems. Rear Admiral Perez personal decorations include the Distinguished Service Medal, Defense Superior Service Medal, Legion of Merit, Navy and Marine Corps Medal, the Defense Service Medal, and he currently serves as the Chief Executive Officer for Ocean Infinity America. On behalf of the Ganotio Independent School District, we hereby proclaim a deep gratitude for the service and commitment Rear Admiral Perez has bestowed on our country and acknowledge the valor and effort that have made his hometown of Ganotio proud. Thank you for that.
members of the board, and the phrase that gives me the most pleasure is friends that I've known for oh so long. And you were standing right here in front of me. Please let me thank you for this phenomenally humbling honor. I'm so grateful for this recognition, and I just never thought that I would be here or see this or be a part of this. I'm grateful for so many reasons, but the most important reason is that this ceremony affords me with the opportunity to thank you for the work that you're doing to give our children the most valuable gift of all, the gift of knowledge. Your predecessors enabled my success. Mrs. Eschberger, our first grade teacher, and everyone who followed her provided me and my classmates with the knowledge we needed to achieve our dreams and aspirations. They were the foundation of our successes. They inspired us, they motivated us, and they truly loved us. So I owe my success to those phenomenal educators who gave us the wonderful gift of knowledge and who gave so much of themselves as you yourselves are giving. I know that you recognize that in your classrooms, you have the potential to motivate, inspire, and teach the next generation of leaders. In your classrooms, there may be a cabinet member, a Supreme Court justice, or a member of Congress, or another admiral or general. You may be the key to enabling the next Steve Jobs, or Jeff Bezos, or to the person who solves climate change or cures cancer. You have the power to shape the talent and to make the young men and women's dreams come true. You all have the power to make those dreams into reality. What a tremendous responsibility. What a tremendous gift. So I thank you so much. Thank your predecessors. And I wish you all the success in the world. And finally, if I can ever be of service, in whatever manner, please call on me quickly.
I was just telling him that we are so thankful that he's part of Gun Deal, and that the proclamation that we handed him was just a small token of our appreciation. The Bettis family is a longtime family from Gun Deal, and all of us here understand the value of education, and every day we know that we're going to succeed.
Sam, back when you were playing Big Pro, people think Big Pro was a pony league team that we played. My son used to play against it when they were in, I guess, junior high, middle school, high school. But the name Big Pro came from the family here. Bigelow and Provincial, they sponsored the team. But one of the most inspiring seasons that I ever witnessed was when this guy was playing.
Yes.
This guy would get after his teammates if they dropped the ball and struck out or whatever. Sam would go out there and chew on them for a while. The humble man that you see here, I wish every student here in Canutillo could talk to him. Give him 5-10 minutes of their time. He's an inspiration. He was an inspiration to my son also. I used you as a model for my son.
And his son's also a military officer, okay? And who's done so much for our country. So don't, hey, there's a lot there too.
Thank you, son. Thank you so much.
Well, what can I say about this man other than he comes from the little area of Westway, where he was a little like Sal pointed out, was a little league, and my ex-father-in-law was your coach.
Right.
And we also have somebody in common, obviously. You remember Mr. Walter,
Absolutely.
who was somebody who was very key and instrumental in both yours and mine, educational, and I became really good friends with him. He came to me and he was very passionate about your career, and we ended up writing many, many letters to Congress, to the Secretary of the Navy on your behalf to make you an admiral. And not that our letters worked, because you deserved it, period. And from on behalf of our great humble community of Cantillo, we want to thank you for your service to our country, and we want to thank you for your dedication and your role as role model for not just our students here in this community, but in the entire country. We are very appreciative of your service. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It's very appropriate that we chose this day, because tomorrow, as everybody should know, is Navy Day. And everybody also knows that our ROTC program is the Navy ROTC program. And so we are very, very appreciative. Thank you so much for being part of our community, for coming from here, and just being very successful and being a role model to our students. On behalf again of this community, thank you so much. We really appreciate you.
I would like to say some words.
Thank you very much. I admire you, Admiral, definitely. And as a member as well, my husband, like I said, I know what it is, a member in the military, be a wife and be a mother. My daughter actually served as an airman, but she already is a medic. She was deployed, and she came back from Afghanistan 2 months ago, a medic serving at the Air Force. My husband, Special Forces, Silver Star. So I know what it is to be a member and someone who really serve and give their lives for this country. Thank you very much, and all my respects to you.
For your commitment to our community, and not only to our country, but your appreciation, your humbleness. When we were having this discussion a while back, Mr. Payan always talks about how do we get more people in the military academy. So we're looking at how we could expand on this in regards to them understanding and celebrating each areas of the branch of the military, but also showing how we could possibly get some of our kids there. So we're hoping that we could continue tradition and hopefully get another admiral, if not a president, right? So we thank you. We appreciate your humbleness.
Don't speak to inspire our students. Inspire our students. Go and speak.
I was in the Army, and I thought maybe it was just my taxis. But Uber. But, you know, when they said 2-star general, I was going everywhere. I was like cloud 9. Because not only from Westway, but a Latino 2-star general, and the command of the ships is phenomenal. And you always, when the first time I talked to you, I went to the staff and I said, this is like talking to my brother. It's like, he's just talking. And when you sent me all those books that you read, I said, hey, Admiral, what books are on your shelves? Because every time I meet someone, I want to know what books are on your shelf. Well, this guy sent me like 10 pictures of all his books, of classics, and I just want to thank you on behalf of me and the military that I served, and that we served together, that we served in order to give people that freedom, the freedom to choose, the freedom to read, the freedom to do. But if you were to give advice, but I want you to introduce this wonderful person too, because you're going to have to, please. So this wonderful person I'm gonna let you introduce her, because it's your mother.
So, this is my mother, Sylvia Perez. If you want to know why I succeeded, you just look at that person right there. She went to my football games. She went to my, everything that I had, and was just instrumental in every piece of success, not just when I was in school, but throughout the military. She was there listening, at the Naval Academy when you just wanted to come back home, because it really did suck. But, she had those words of encouragement, and, even when we were on deployment, those child packages that mean so much. So that's the lady right there. That's the backbone of the family. So she and my dad, I tell them, I'm an admiral, okay? But the most treasured title that I own is that I am Sammy and Sylvia's son.
Amen.
You want to give some stories about them?
Take some pictures. Take some pictures.
Would you like to come with us, man? Venga. Venga. Usted es la que se las podamos llevar. Por favor. Because I'm short.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. That was very, very special.
Chair. Message to the administration. I was an academy appointee every year from now on for Cantillo. We have to. And we've got an offer to help. And if we don't get one, Sam, you're gonna come in and help us.
You're here. Send me in, coach.
Anybody else? All right. Sonia, next agenda.
Yes, sir. Item number 5, public hearing. 5A, public hearing regarding the Cantillo ISD Financial Integrity Rating System of Texas. The first, the public is invited to make comments. 5A1.
President Coronado, board members. Representing to you and holding our public hearing regarding our first rating. This is the Financial Integrity Rating System of Texas. And I am very proud to say that this year we earned a 100% rating on our for the fiscal year 1920, which is announced in 2021. We have before you
That deserves. Years we hit the 90s, but this is the first time that, so congratulations to the administration.
Congratulations, thank you. And you have before you the presentation, and basically the ratings are based on some critical some indicators. There's 20 indicators, and just to summarize what the presentation is we have a strong financial standing right now. Our budget and enrollment projections have done very well. They've been on target. We've had a clean audit, and our P's reporting has been accurate. At this point, I would like to, if you have the presentation, do you have any questions?
I'd just like to add that we also have cash in the bank.
Board, any questions?
Sorry, some of the indicators look at how much cash there is in the bank as compared to the liability.
Certainly bodes very, very well for our district. Thank our finance department, our administration, and of course everybody involved in this, because it's not just the accounting, but it's how we handle the budget, how each department handles the budget, and what we do to make sure that we are on track with all our projections, our spending, and make sure that we have a healthy fund balance. And so, thank you all for working your service. Anybody else? Yes, Searles.
Sure. You know, it's been a long time coming. We've been scratching to get this for a long, long time, and the thing that was seemingly holding us back at each turn was too much in central office. We made it. We finally got here, Ms. Kaparsky. Thank you, Dr. Galaviz, for doing what needed to be done and getting us in compliance. It really feels kicker-cracking, yes. Making sure everybody's got their job done right. It feels really good to finally get it shut the mountain, but finally we got there. We're on the top, and thank you very much to everyone in finance and our leadership. We really appreciate it. This is quite an achievement. Thanks, thank you, Mr. Torres.
Thank you, Ms. Rowe. Anybody else?
I do have a small question, Mr.
Ms.
Chair.
Rowe.
And of course, I have several, but I just already made it to Mr. Karski. Thank you very much. And I don't want to extend too much. But this one seems we have, persons that are watching us through YouTube. And I would like, just for clarification, on page number 23, that is first, talking about the superintendent, the posted employment contract that is being published on the website, www.CISD.org. And it will say that it will remain on there until when it will be posted. It's posted every year. So it says 12 months. So since we renew this contract, it will stay 12 months, and then it's going to be posted again. Thanks.
Whenever there's a change in this contract.
If there's no changes.
There is a change coming up after we did the annual evaluation, and so just Mark and I get together.
Exactly, that's right.
Dr. Elvis.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's all.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Mr. Karski, thank you so much for your hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your support.
Like I said, we trust you, and that's what we depend on for our response to anything that people ask. And my trust is in you. Thank you so much.
Say the whole department, thank you under your leadership. Under your leadership, thank you very much. So you, thank you guys.
you have another comment?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Dr. Galvez, this is me, we did have an employment provision.
Yes, we will.
Thank you very much.
Well, but also it's not just, finance does a great job, it's also on projections on P's,
Yeah.
projection on enrollment, and it's a team effort. So, again, 100%, it's a team effort, so thanks, Steve.
And not only that, the important thing about also this is that rating agencies, when we go out to borrow money, they look at things like this. So it's important, very important. So thank you all.
I just wanted to echo the thoughts, and everybody's thoughts. I think, over the time we've changed the fiscal year and continue to find ways to, maximize what rating agencies are looking at and best practices. Not only did we go for the minimum, but we looked at some of the maximum in regards to the reporting from the agencies, not TA, but the other accountability system. And we didn't go for the minimum. We're looking at how do we grow our capacity to improve as an organization. So thank you. Appreciate it.
We have one more.
Yes, Mr. Payan.
I want to reiterate, these presentations, I know people may think, well, but you know what, as a board member, when I get these reports and I read through them, admittedly, I didn't read through the whole thing. I saw the 100%, I said, okay. But, trusting in you is the same as trusting in the admiral operating a ship out at sea. But you are closer to home. And people hold us accountable here at home. And if anybody asks me, you know what, go talk to Mr. Karski or Mrs. Cody. And I trust that the answers you give them, and I can sleep well at night, that we're safe and secure in the financial operations of our district. Again, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do we need a motion, Mr. Chair?
Before we do that, this is a public hearing, so I want to invite the public at this point, if that's all coming from the board at this time. If there's any member from the community that wants to comment on this hearing, it is a public hearing, please come forward now. Okay, seeing and hearing none, then I will entertain a motion at this time from the board.
Then I would like to move to approve for the CISD financial integrity rating system.
Okay, I think Mr. Payan beat you to it, would you second?
Second? Yeah, I'll second. Sorry, Mr. Bayani.
That's all right. Okay, we have a motion and a second on this agenda item. Any discussion? Hearing none, Sonia, please call the board.
Yes, sir. Mr. Coronado.
Yes?
Mrs. Mendoza.
Yes.
Mr. Payan.
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mrs. Searles.
Yes.
And Mrs. Stroud.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
All right, next agenda item, Sonia.
Yes, sir. Item 6, Board of Trustee Business. 6A, approval of the board member continuing education credits for the October 1st, 2022, October 26th, 2020 year per BBB legal.
All right. These are listed. I know this last year has been a little, I guess, different in trying to complete our board training credits since we didn't have in-person conferences until this summer, actually. June was the first one. So, but anybody have any comments on the posted training requirements for the board?
I do, Mr. Chair.
Ms. Crowd?
Yes, I did call TASB today and check in on the hours of our posting is missing 38.25 hours. So, from the Child Abuse Prevention Board members, launched TASB Legislative Advisory Council, TASB Board Development Services, that's at TASB Virtual Spring Workshop online, Virtual Spring Workshop Region 19 online. The delegate is happening in Dallas, which I consider here, Board Development Series online 10 hours, Dallas third session, auditor questions. It was in Atlanta, human trafficking, and still missing some other ones, but the numbers, these are 38.25 that is missing, adding to the ones that is 57.75, it makes 96 hours.
Okay.
Thank you.
You have submitted those to TASB now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, anybody else?
Just a question, do we have to approve the others, future date, or?
Yes, sir. The board technically has up until October 31st to satisfy the hours. So in November, we'll clean up this report and present it one more time.
I mean, I'll make a motion to approve the current one, and then I guess we have to bring her by herself or.
Yes, and Board President Taskey did call and apologize for the error on reporting, but they are going to give Ms. Trout her hours.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Second the motion?
All right, we have a motion and second on this agenda item. Any discussion from the board? All right, hearing none, Sonia, pull the board, please.
Yes, sir. Mr. Coronado.
Yes.
Mrs. Mendoza.
Yes.
Mr. Payan.
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mrs. Searles.
Yes.
And Mrs. Trout.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Next agenda item, Sonia.
Yes, sir. Item number 7, consent agenda. Administration recommends approval as presented.
I move the agenda as presented.
All right, do I hear a second?
A second.
All right. We have a motion and a second on agenda item 7, consent agenda. Sonia, please pull the board.
Yes, sir.
I have one question.
Ms. Searles.
I'm so sorry. I had asked, Martha Carrasco this earlier in the week, and it was under an awkward situation. I'd just like, so that I can hear it and know that it's correct. She's still here?
Yes.
Martha, all of the employees will be getting the $2,000 ESSER money.
The $2,000 is a stipend,
Correct.
and it is a retention stipend.
Correct.
So all employees that are currently employed and are staying with the district, yes, will be receiving the ESSER stipend.
Very good. Thank you for the clarification, and that's all, Mr.
All right. Thank you.
Coronado. Thank you. Thank
Sonia?
Mr. Coronado.
Yes?
Mrs. Mendoza.
Oh, when will we get this stipend?
It will be on or before December 30th.
Very appropriate time for them.
Yep. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
All right. Sonia?
Mr. Payan.
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mrs. Searles.
Yes.
And Mrs. Trout.
Yes.
Motion passes.
That takes us to the next agenda item.
Item 8.
Just before we adjourn, I'd like to do a moment of silence for Carlos, the sophomore, ended his services today. He, Dr. Ray, and a sophomore, lost him 2 weeks ago to a car accident. So, just a moment of silence as his parents.
Yes, and that was a beautiful service that we attended at the football field.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Takes us to the last agenda item, and I think we are, by unanimous consent of the board, hearing nothing different, we are adjourned. This is a record meeting, guys.
5:48.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, board.
You know what? I was thinking, I need a spreader.
People are gonna look at it. Why do you have this hard? Well, apparently, our secretary is reading, so.
I'm not diabetic.